Hey, this is Fun Chief. Welcome to another installment of the Alliance Match Training Series where fortune favors the prepared mind. Up next, Lesson 16 War Plan Graphic. This is where you tie in everything into a single graphic that kind of conveys what you expect the enemy to do, where your build plans are going to be assigned by country, and how you're going to execute both your offense and your defense. And you put all that together in a single graphic with very few words on it. And folks will look at that, your team members will look at that, and they'll have a really clear understanding of what your expectations are. It's really helpful. It adds a nice ambiance to the game, and you can post this, and people can look at that and they kind of understand what you want to do with a whole lot of things all in one graphic. So, without further ado, let's move on. Lesson number 16 War Plan Graphic. And here's what it would look like. So, what this depicts here is what we know what we suspect that the enemy's build plan is assigned to the countries that they have, right? And you're going to be gathering that up and validating that over the time, over the course um, of your peace period. So you'll be updating this. You might come up with some speculation early in the game, but as time goes on, you're going to start getting little pieces of intel that's going to be telling you, oh, these guys are definitely building air, and what they might be building, and so on. The next thing you'll see on here is the friendly assignments. So these are our friendly countries, what we've assigned them. So already, air here, for example, and so on. You get the picture. And then the other thing I put in here is also where I want these radars to be placed so that I can show all these different radars. Usually there's a supplemental graphic that'll say, these radars belong to Syria and these radars belong to, whatever the country is. But the idea is that these radar placements are incredibly important because they allow me to track where everything is both before the battle and then after, or before the battle starts and then after the battle starts. Um, in this particular case, we had pretty good coverage with all of these locations, but you don't always have this kind of an advantage. So I like doing this. It gives everybody a really good indication of what is expected on them for their particular country and where we're going to be placing artillery. The other thing on here is what we can expect from the enemy. So the enemy is likely to attack from Spain into France and from Yugoslavia into Italy, and therefore what we're going to do in response. In this case, defense is what this symbol here represents. We're going to defend on these borders here. And our main attacks are going to be from Algeria into Morocco and from Libya into Egypt, with a minor attack coming from Syria into Egypt. And we can expect minor attacks that come from both Bulgaria and Yugoslavia into Greece. So all of that is contained in this one little picture here. And these little bit of words in here basically says what I expect each country to be doing, right? Italy defends along Yugo's and Spain's border. So I'm telling Italy that, hey, you got to defend here and you got to send some troops to defend over here as well. Tunisia supports the EU defense. So whatever units I have in Tunisia, and these are air units they're going to be building, they're going to go be supporting the defense of Italy and France, and also to some extent Greece, if we decide to do that. But Greece probably is just going to be a place we just let them attack because we built the shipping that we needed for the fight here anyway. Over here, Algeria attacks Morocco, very straightforward, right? Libya attacks Egypt, fairly straightforward. And that's it. So that's the intent here. Put everything in a graphic, make it simple. This might look, complex when you first looked at it, but as you spend a little more time looking at this methodology here, this is a proven method used by the military to let everybody know what you expect them to be doing. And so each person gets a really clear understanding of not only what they're going to do, but how it fits into the big picture and what the enemy might be doing and what you could be up against based on your best estimate with that most likely course of action that we talked about for the enemy. Anyhow, that concludes this lesson. And next up for the Alliance Match Training Series is lesson number 17. And this one's orders and how to use military orders to give clarity and kind of fight the battle in your own mind as a commander ahead of time and share that understanding of what you want them to do in some kind of a written, organized format. That's basically what orders allow us to do. So until lesson number 17, Fun Chief out. I'll see you then.